That's the benefit of skateboarding when you're only 96 pounds. What is going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Ninja Review. This video is the last video I have planned this week to review from the popular skateboarding channels, which means tomorrow I will return to user-submitted Ninja Reviews, which means the videos were created by you guys. So that will be exciting. Subscribe if you want to. Today we are reviewing Small Bounty on the Free Skate Mag YouTube channel. The video is 9 minutes. Rewind and play. I do not know at all what to expect, but what do I want to see? Action, clean tricks, and maybe not following the rules. So far, the action is already there. Not too much B-roll. Switch nose slide, flips out. We already got a flip back tail flip. Maybe we're gonna get a lot of ledge dancing. I love to see it. Shove, crooked grind. We get a cab over the gap. The action right now is exactly what you wanna see. Pop shove, filmed from the wrong side. Fakey shove, manual. Fakey pops out, love to see it. No flat ground trick to end the line, just shining your buddy in the face. Pretty good right there. I actually thought we might get fakey bigger flip out of that. The fakey tray, then a little revert at the end. So it looks like this guy's bread and butter is gonna be the ledges and the manuals, which makes it a little bit harder to land everything clean because it's a lot easier to be critical when people are doing low impact tricks. Nose slide, flips out. Filming was pretty decent right there. Usually I don't like the look of when the people are crisscrossing. Love the flip out of the manual. Crook all the way down into the street. Doesn't get hit by a car. Board slide. He's got rails into the manual. I was gonna say he's got rails, manuals, and ledges. He actually did a rail into a manual. Mixing it up. Impossible, yet not dressed to impossible. It looks like he's dressed to go down to the rodeo or maybe to the local Mexican bar and do some salsa dance and gap out to 5-0, falls down. Does he go back for redemption in the dust storm? Gaps out to the wooden rail slash hubba. Crooked grind pops out perfectly. The action here is really good. Now imagine they could have just filmed all these leaves and all this nothing. They could have filmed some birds, but instead they just let the skating do the talking. Nollie heel flip, I'm sure an ABD. Different guy, I imagine. Grinds up, goes for the 5-0, falls down. Now switch flip over the trash can. Didn't need to build some props for this spot. Another high, are we calling that an impossible? What do you guys think? Gap to lip slide. Is this the same guy? Maybe this is a two-person part and I'm only barely noticing. We get a bump, frontside flip over, great extension on the front foot, decent catch, switch tray flip, love to see it. Again, filmed from the wrong side. Generally, especially for flip tricks where you're not doing a 180, you want to film the skateboarder's front. Maybe there's something I overlooked in that. Switch tray, switch nose grind, I think. Nose grind 180, possible heel on the ground. Guy standing around doing nothing. This guy got his hair done just for a blunt slide. Now we're gapping to the front board. Small guy, big ledge, clapping. Dropping in onto the roll-on slide. Now we're dropping into a grind because the ollie would be far too difficult. Why bother? You know, they probably call that a power ollie too. Nothing looks powerful about it, people. Tail slide flip out, front blunt breaks the camera, gives up on that trick. Nollie, backside flip, decent. Decent extension on the foot as well. Back to this manual spot. Back lip shove, he's got the hops. Now we got the same spot again. Flip back Smith, perfectly done. Love to see that. Now that's worthy of a high five, maybe even a low five, maybe even a middle five, maybe even a nipple grab, maybe even a butt fuck. Can we get back to the skating, please? We get a wally across and over to the ledges, rides off of those. Now we're running up, feminine stance, getting ready for really decent kickflip over a hefty fence, even managed to get a little bit of a shifty in there. I love the look of that when people do a backside shifty. Back Smith breaks the rail come on, man. Destroying businesses. You know what? That's not your fault. What kind of shitty-ass rail was that? You guys need to weld it better in the corners. What is this shit? Stainless steel? Oh, no one's gonna understand. One of you guys will understand that, right? Gap to lip slide, runs into the stairs. Nicely done, filming the nature. Backside flip, little bit of a tic-tac there. We are hauling ass for the nose blunt, drops into the bank. Filming, a lot of roll up here. Tray flip, what's our second trick going to be? Bump into something? No, looks like a big rail. Not a big rail. Ollie's over into the bank, pretty nice. Oh, sorry, got the leg hung up on maybe the blunt slide. No, switch board slide, maybe, or maybe this guy has no coordination. We're drinking a beer, goes back for the nose grind. Love the filming here. Makes the rail look long, high. The skater was so skinny, he fit in between the car and the wall. Am I even being like, is this even constructive anymore? Gaps across to the 50, manages to go all the way down. Love the filming on that. Again, right as the sun sets, and we don't need to be pissing our pants, high-fiving. He just said, you know what? It was a 50-50. I did it. I landed it. Trick's over. Let's get back to work. Let's think of something new. Filming here a little bit odd. Flat ground ollie, I guess. Now we got some ledges. Board slide into the feeble, holds onto it. Flat ground trick. I'm gonna be honest, I was wrong. I looked at these pants and thought for sure this would be an impossible. But you know what? I was incorrect. Back three, I guess, kind of. Not a whole lot. I mean, I am complaining, but a lot of this is just me being silly. As far as excitement, the video is exciting. We are getting B-roll, but in my opinion, it does kind of seem tasteful. That grind could have been cleaned up for sure without doing that unintentional limbo in the middle of the rail. But I guess maybe not everybody wants to make the tricks look easy. Maybe they really do appreciate only doing the trick once and barely landing it so that they can fool people into thinking that that's the hardest trick they've ever done. I like the idea. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You do a trick that you like twice and now you have double the fun? Oh God, what a fucking death sentence that would be. All right, flat gap right here, pop shove across. We have to slow-mo this? Why are we slow-moing the pop shove across the flat gap? Not quite sure what that's about, but you know what? We do got to get the video up to 9 minutes. So let's do some B-roll right now. Running up the stairs slowly, fast forward. I'll save you guys some time. Crooked grind on the big square rail. Again, filmed from the wrong side. If you have access to a fisheye, I think that could have looked a lot better. Front blunt in the streets. No traffic in the way. No feet walkers getting ready for a bump to ollie over. I've always appreciated guys who can skate those over those handicapped rails because that's something I've never ever been able to do. You know, I went through the phases that skaters go through, your stairs phase, your rail phase, your manual phase. Never was I able to jump high. So far be it for me to criticize these guys on doing something I've never been able to do. Are you gonna board slide this? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. Don't do it. Hey Arnold, don't do it. You're gonna die today. Oh, and he pulls it off. Wow. That's the benefit of skateboarding when you're only 96 pounds, is that you don't really have to worry about the board breaking, especially since the boards are so strong these days. Really steep rail, Smith grinds down. Love to see that trick selection. Dips the absolute fuck out of the back Smith. We're getting ready for, I almost thought that rail was this big. It's actually a big gap into the 5-0. Skating the curbs, not a big fan of waxing stairs. Maybe you guys disagree with me. Some old lady's gonna walk down those stairs and break their hip. We're gapping into, wait, is that not a gap? Is that a wally? Pole jam into the nose grind. Did not expect that at all. Landed absolutely perfectly. And again, another shot where I think it would have looked better not filming the skater's butt. Board slide manages to pop out and the video just abruptly ends right at that moment. We're not wasting time with the credits. I guess I don't know how I feel about that. I'm always bitching about too much filler content in skating videos, but I never considered the credits filler content. I think, here's what I think. when you have credits in your skate video, that's when you put all the footage of your bombs and your blunts and your B-roll and your beers and all your wasting of time. But what can we say about this video? The action was there. It was very watchable. Some of the tricks were not my cup of tea, and we did make a lot of jokes. But at any point during this video, was anyone bored? Now, there was some B-roll, but if we look at the chapters here, the B-roll was mostly in between parts. So that's something we've kind of grown to expect. In my opinion, I gotta give this video a 9 out of 10. And I did not expect to do that. I appreciate they let the skating do the talking. The skills are there. The variety was there. And they did not choose to waste all of our time for a 9-minute video. Even last week, we had videos about this length where in 9 minutes, you'd be lucky to get 4 minutes of skating. Versus this video, the vast majority was skating. And that's really all I expect, other than variety and clean tricks. So yeah, I'm okay with a 9 out of 10. I would love to know your thoughts in a comment below. Did I miss anything? And if you disagree, let me know why in a comment. If I didn't say this earlier, a link to this video will be in the description below, so you guys can watch it on your own time. Maybe check it out with music. It might even be better than a 9 out of 10. I upload a video on this channel every single day, and tomorrow I will be reviewing regular people instead of the guys that end up on these very popular skateboarding channels. So it will be fun to get back to our roots of reviewing AMs and beginner skaters. I'll see you guys then. Kuna Matata. In the arms